Hey guys, Grandmaster Thorne here with the Edge Martial Arts. I want to talk about our expectations. This whole month we've been talking about expectations, so we want to finish it up. First, we set our expectations. So if you've not watched previous videos or been in the discussions, please go back to the worksheet and the videos and do those first. But we have our expectations set. We know what kind of goals we're going to set, what kind of actions we're going to take to make sure our expectation stays on track. We've even talked about figuring out what our obstacles are, what's going to get in the way possibly or potentially of us finishing our goals or expectations on time. The last one is I want to figure out how you're going to maintain, right? And or what are you going to do with this expectation? So if your goal is to get a new belt, I mean, the expectation kind of ends there, and then we maybe start looking at the next one, right? Or if your expectation is the splits, you aren't really getting a hyper split. So what's the end? So I want you to think, okay, let's say it's the splits. You get to the splits, what next? Do you lose them or do you maintain them? Well, if you want to maintain them, I'll tell you what, maintaining the splits is much easier than getting in the splits. Once you can get there, it's easy just to maintain. So what would you be doing to maintain? Now, also let's figure out how do we use them, right? If we can get in the splits, what does it do us, right? Can we do something new, cool? Can we start working on more advanced kicks? Like, I want you to start to figure out if your expectation comes true, if you stay on course, you avoid the obstacles, you work with obstacles, what do you got? Like, some people in the martial arts, as sad as it is, their goal or their expectation is they'll make it to black belt, right? They have that goal set, they make it to black belt, and then they quit. That's the end of the road for them. And realistically, when you get to black belt, it's honestly, it sounds weird, it's the beginning. Black belt is the beginning of the trip. You start to actually now fully comprehend the basics. You actually start to do really fun things, and everything's actually easy to do, and you get to like look at things in a different way, right? So, one thing would be to say, okay, now that I have my black belt, or now that I have my splits, or now that I've proven I can win a tournament, what do I do next with it, right? Where do I win a bigger tournament? Do I work towards a second degree? Do I become more efficient at self-defense? Do I learn how to teach, right? Now I'm in the splits, do I learn flashy kicks, right? If I'm changing sports, which happens, I'm okay with that. Now, what sport is going to utilize these splits that I have, right? What can I do with them? So I want you to figure out, after you've achieved, because we're going to have that positive mindset, after we've achieved our expectation has come true because we set the path, what do we do? What's the next step? How do we maintain it? Like splits, we keep it, right? How do we stay in shape? Let's say we get to a point of understanding movement timing that we can win tournaments. How do we maintain that level of fighting ability, right? So I want you to figure out, and then when you have that, what do you do with it? What are you going to do with this new tool or this new belt or skill set or whatever it is, okay? So the last set is let's figure out, past our expectation, what do we do with this accomplishment or this thing that has happened, okay? So again, Grandmaster Thorne with the Edge Martial Arts, set your expectations, figure out what you need to do to make sure they come true. Start to figure out what obstacles are going to happen. When you figure out what those are, how are you going to deal with them, right? How are you going to avoid them in the first place, or how are you going to deal with them when they happen? Some things we can avoid, right? We can just be smart and not let them happen. Some things just happen and we have to deal with it. And the last thing is, what are you going to do with it? You spent all this time accomplishing this, whatever it is, do something with it, right? Okay, so Grandmaster Thorne again, have a good time. Obviously, each month we'll come up with a skill set we'll work on. Thanks for joining me on this one. If you fill up the worksheet with me this whole time, that's awesome. Keep that, review that, and don't let this all this time we spent together go to waste on expectations. Thanks.